Hey guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about how to buy rental properties with no money down. Coming up. Okay, so we're gonna keep this video nice and short, nice and sweet. How do we buy rental properties with no money down? And there's a couple different ways that we can do this. Number one would be to get really creative and find a property owner that's willing to sell a property with owner financing, or maybe allow us to acquire the property with their existing mortgage, or maybe they have that property free and clear. So we can get creative and do owner financing. We can buy that property subject to their existing mortgage, or maybe they have it paid off and they will just owner finance that property to us. That's one way of doing it. So just getting creative and using an owner finance or subject to approach to acquiring this rental property, right? With no money down. There's another way to do this. And the other way to do this would be to use the BRRRR method. And in order to acquire a rental property and not have any money down, we're gonna have to go through a process, right? We're gonna have to use the BRRRR method. It's a simple strategy that we love to use. And in fact, I've used this strategy about 200 times to date so far. So how are we going to use the BRRRR method to acquire a property with no money down? Well, here's how we're going to do it. First, we're going to go find a property that we can buy at a discount. Property may be distressed, it may not, but we're going to need to get a discount on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to borrow the money from a local private lender. It could be a hard money lender, but essentially we're going to use somebody else's money to acquire the property. And typically when we're using the BRRRR method, we're also going to borrow more than just the purchase, so we have some money to rehab it, right? The goal is to not use any of our own money, and ideally not use any of our money down. You know, I don't want to use any of my own money any of the process, anywhere within this process, right? So I'm going to borrow from a private or hard money lender the purchase and the rehab, maybe even a little bit more to help cover some holding costs, closing costs, and some interest. So I'm going to borrow that money, then I'm going to buy the property and I'm going to rehab that property. Next, I'm going to rent it out, and then I'm going to go to a local bank or credit union and I'm going to refinance that property. And assuming the bank gives me an 80% loan and I'm all into the property with purchase and rehab and all those other costs at 80% or less, I can refinance and pay back that private or hard money lender that I borrowed, acquire my asset that cash flows, and not have any money invested or any money down. The key though to not have any money down is to get a discount and then borrow that money from a private lender, a hard money lender, somebody else's money, OPM, other people's money. That's what I like to do. I like to be in control. Now, I've done some creative deals in the past where the seller will owner finance me the property, or I'll buy that property subject to. But when I do that and that property needs rehab, I'm having to put money in. I'm having to, have money down in order to buy that property. I don't like putting any money down. In fact, I don't like using any of my own money. So can you do this without any money? And the answer is yes, but you have to have access to a private or hard money lender and borrow from them so you can buy it and rehab it. Then get it rented, then go talk to your local bank or local credit union, refinance, you'll acquire the asset, and you won't have any money invested, and ideally no money down when you are buying and acquiring the property. So again, to recap, you can use a creative play, but if you do that and the property needs some work, you may have some money down still, right? That would be owner financing or subject to, or something along those lines. My personal favorite is to leverage other people's money and other people's time and use the BRRRR method and use that strategy to acquire the rental with no money down, get it rehabbed, get it rented, refinance, and then acquire it and pay back that private lender and have no money invested in the end. That's the goal. That's the easiest way to do it. So how do you buy rental property with no money down? The best way to do it is to use the BRRRR method. And if you guys want to work directly with me personally, I would love to help you acquire rental properties with little to no money down, ideally no money down, using this very strategy. Guys, go check out wholesalinginc.com/rentals to learn more about the BRRRR method and how we can work together and how I can help you acquire your first, if not your next, rental property with no money down. I can't wait to work with you. Again, go check out wholesalinginc.com/rentals to learn more.